Welcome back to channel Rare Penny Coins, where we dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about one of the most intriguing coins from the 1970s, the 1978 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this little copper coin could be worth a staggering $1 million. So, if you've got a jar full of pennies at home, you're going to want to stick around and find out why this coin is so valuable. Let's get started with the basics. The 1978 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, has the famous D-Mint mark just below the date. This particular year, 1978, wasn't one that generally produced ultra-rare pennies. So, why would this coin ever be worth so much? Well, there are a few factors that can make certain pennies worth thousands or even millions of dollars. These include errors or minting mistakes, the coin's condition, rarity, and collector demand. For the 1978 D Lincoln cent, collectors are on the lookout for a few specific details. One of the biggest factors driving up the value of some 1978 D Lincoln pennies is errors, like doubling or misprints. A double die error, for example, can make a coin extremely valuable. If you spot doubling on the date, the word Liberty, or even Lincoln's profile, that's something collectors pay big bucks for. These errors are rare, and that's what makes these pennies so valuable. Next up, condition is a huge factor. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being nearly perfect. A 1978 D penny in mint state 65 or higher can go for hundreds of dollars even without major errors. But if a high-grade coin also has a rare error, that's when you start seeing those sky-high prices. So, how do you check if your 1978 D penny has any of these characteristics? Grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope and carefully inspect every detail. Check the edges, look for any doubling, and assess the condition. Even the smallest flaw or unique marking can make a big difference. Let's talk about market demand. In recent years, rare pennies have fetched incredible prices at auctions. Some collectors are willing to pay $1 million or more for certain coins, especially if it's a unique piece they need to complete a collection. So, if you have a 1978 D penny with the right errors and in excellent condition, you could have a hidden treasure on your hands. So, there you have it! The 1978 D Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and errors. If you're a collector or just love the thrill of searching for rare finds, it's time to dig through those pennies and see what you have. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Have you found any valuable coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments. We're diving into the world of coin collecting, where an ordinary-looking penny could be worth a fortune. That's right. We're talking about the 1979 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, which has caught the attention of collectors everywhere. This coin could be sitting in your pocket or jar of change right now, potentially worth $1 million. Show close-up shots of 1979 pennies, especially one with a D-Mint mark. So what makes this seemingly simple penny worth so much? Let's explore its fascinating backstory, the unique features to look out for, and exactly why this coin is commanding such high prices in the market. Stick around because you could be holding a valuable piece of history. First, let's talk about the basics of this penny. The D-Mint mark indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins, so on the surface, this coin might seem pretty common. However, certain rare features and variations have transformed a few of these pennies into prized collectibles. Show the coin's mint mark location, zooming in on the D. Now, not every 1979 D penny is worth $1 million. There are specific characteristics that make some of these coins highly valuable. For instance, error coins from the 1979 batch can be worth big money. These errors could be anything from a double die to unique striking errors, or even an off-center design. Show examples of double die and off-center errors on pennies. Use close-up shots and arrows to highlight errors. One of the main reasons for the high value of certain 1979 D pennies is what's known as a double die error. If you look closely, you might see a doubling effect on certain parts of the design, especially on the words Liberty or In God we trust. This kind of error happens during the minting process, and it's rare to find coins with a perfect doubling. If you've got one of these, it could mean a huge payday. Close-up of a penny's details where doubling may occur. Add on-screen text to point out doubled letters or numbers. Of course, the value of any rare coin depends heavily on its condition. Professional coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades meaning better condition. For the 1979 D penny, a top grade, uncirculated example with no scratches or blemishes can make all the difference in value. Coins in mint state condition can fetch impressive sums, even reaching up to $1 million in certain cases. Show a clean, high-grade penny alongside one with wear and tear. Include some grading scale visuals if possible. Alright, if you've got a 1979 D penny lying around, it's time to take a closer look. First, inspect the mint mark and see if there are any doubling effects on the lettering or numbers. Then, check the coin's overall condition. You want it to be as pristine as possible. Finally, consider having it graded by a professional if you suspect it might be valuable. Many collectors use magnifying tools to examine these tiny details closely. Show someone examining a penny with a magnifying glass or loupe. You might be wondering, are these coins really selling for $1 million? Well, in recent years, we've seen high-quality, error-laden 1979 D pennies selling for thousands, and even approaching six figures in rare cases. In top condition and with the right error, a penny like this can become one of the most coveted coins in a collector's arsenal, sometimes reaching $1 million valuations at auctions. Show auction clips or articles about valuable pennies sold recently. So, there you have it. The 1979 D Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but certain rare examples can be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a coin enthusiast or just checking your spare change, you never know, you might just find one of these valuable treasures yourself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more on valuable coins and hidden treasures. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have a favorite coin to share. We're diving into a coin that's stirring up a lot of excitement in the coin collecting world, the 1982 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. And yes, some versions of this coin have been valued at millions of dollars. You might even have one of these gems hidden in your pocket change or piggy bank, so stick around to find out what makes it so special and how to identify if you have one that could be worth a fortune. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1982 penny is a unique one because it was a transitional year for the US Mint. Up until that point, pennies were made mostly of copper, but in 1982, the Mint decided to switch to a zinc core with a copper coating. This change was mainly due to the rising cost of copper. So, in 1982, two types of pennies were made, some in copper and some in the new copper-plated zinc. And what's more, they came in different varieties, small date and large date. It's this combination of changes that makes the 1982 penny, particularly the one with the D Mint mark, so fascinating and potentially valuable. Now, what makes the 1982 D penny worth potentially millions? It comes down to a very rare error. There are only a handful of known 1982 D copper pennies that were struck with the small date design. The small date version in copper is extremely rare because, according to the Mint, these pennies shouldn't exist. Think of it like a collector's dream. An accidental mix-up at the Mint resulted in a few 1982 D copper pennies slipping through with the small date design. Since they're so rare, collectors and coin enthusiasts are willing to pay big money for these elusive coins. In fact, one of these coins sold at auction for over $18,000, and some estimate a flawless specimen could go for even more. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1982 D penny? First, you'll need to look for two things: the D Mint mark and the small date design. Let's break it down. 1. Look for the D Mint mark. The 1982 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, so it should have a small d on the front under the date. 2. Check for the small date design. This is the tricky part. In the small date design, the 8 is thinner, and the top of the 2 aligns more closely with the one in 1982. Compare it with a large date penny to see the difference. One last important step is weighing your penny. Since 1982 was a transition year, most pennies weigh differently. A copper penny will weigh about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny will weigh about 2.5 grams. So, if your 1982 D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might just have something incredibly special. So there you have it. The 1982 D small date Lincoln penny is a real treasure hunt for collectors. If you find one, it's worth getting it authenticated by a professional grading service to confirm its value. Who knows? You might be holding onto a coin worth thousands, or even $1 million. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Let me know in the comments if you're going to check your change after this video. We're diving into the world of rare coins and exploring the fascinating story of the 1984 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, the one without a mint mark, that could be worth a fortune. You won't want to miss this. So, what makes this penny so special? Let's break it down. The 1984 Lincoln cent was struck in the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it has no mint mark, something that's actually normal for pennies from Philly. But there's a very specific version of this penny that's become a high-value collectible. This $1 million penny is actually an error coin. Known as the doubled ear error, this rare version has a unique, doubled image of Lincoln's ear, making it one of the most valuable coins from this year. But don't be fooled, not all 1984 pennies are worth millions. Only the ones with this very specific doubling error have skyrocketed in value. So, here's what to look for. Take a close look at Lincoln's ear. If you see a clear, doubled image just behind his ear lobe, congratulations, you may be holding a valuable error coin. This doubled effect happened because of a misalignment during the minting process. And collectors absolutely love these unique mistakes. Now let's talk numbers. A typical 1984 penny is worth, well, 1 cent. But if you have a doubled ear error, the value can soar depending on its condition. In the best cases, these error coins have sold for thousands, even close to $1 million at auctions. And here's the best part, you could find one of these valuable coins in your spare change. No need for a treasure map, just check those old jars of pennies or even in your pocket. Want to know how much your 1984 penny is worth? Start by examining the coin under a magnifying glass or take it to a professional coin dealer. Keep an eye on the coin's condition too. Errors in mint condition fetch the highest prices. Here's a quick tip, if you think you've got a rare penny, handle it carefully. Use gloves if possible, and avoid touching the surfaces directly, as fingerprints and dirt can lower the value. Over the years, these rare 1984 pennies have made headlines. Imagine the thrill of seeing a humble coin you've been carrying around go for thousands of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting. One tiny detail, like a doubled ear, can transform a penny into a collector's dream. So, go check those pennies. Who knows, you might just have a fortune hiding in plain sight. And remember, if you're a fan of rare coins or love the thrill of treasure hunting, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey. We've got tons more stories on valuable coins that could be sitting right under your nose. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your change. We're diving into one of the most unexpected treasures hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change. Can a simple penny really be worth millions? Believe it or not, the answer is yes. And we're talking about the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln cent. Let's find out why this small coin can carry a big price tag. First, a bit of background on this penny. The 1986 Lincoln cent was minted at a time when pennies were pretty standard. Most coins were produced either at the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. Normally, Philadelphia doesn't use a mint mark on its pennies, so when you see no mint mark, it usually means it's from Philadelphia. But here's where it gets interesting. Not every 1986 penny without a mint mark is valuable. But there are certain errors and variations that collectors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. So, what sets this 1986 penny apart from others? There are a few critical factors that can raise its value to an unbelievable level. Let's break them down. One of the key things that can make this penny worth so much is errors. Errors can happen in the minting process, like off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. If you find a 1986 Lincoln penny with these kinds of errors and it's in great condition, it could be incredibly valuable. Condition is everything. If your penny is in pristine condition, meaning it's never been circulated and has no scratches or marks, it could be worth far more. Coins graded MS, mint state, 65 and above can sell for thousands. Believe it or not, the rarity of error pennies from 1986 combined with demand among collectors can make this coin's value skyrocket. People are always on the lookout for unique pieces to add to their collection. B-roll of collectors handling rare coins, with a price chart showing the rising value of certain error coins. Okay, so let's get to the important part. How can you check if you're holding a valuable 1986 penny? First, carefully inspect your penny for any signs of minting errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the edges, and the lettering. If anything looks doubled or off-center, it could be an error. Next, look at the overall condition. Is the penny shiny with no marks? The better the condition, the higher the grade, and potentially the higher the value. Lastly, if you think you have a rare find, take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, grade it, and give you a certificate that can make your penny even more valuable. So, just how much are we talking about? Recent auctions have seen error pennies from the 80s going for thousands, and in some rare cases, even reaching that $1 million mark. Condition and rarity play a big role, and the more unique your coin is, the more it might fetch at auction. Alright, so there you have it. Who would have thought that a penny could be worth millions? Check your pocket change, go through that jar of coins at home, and see if you might be holding on to a hidden treasure. Who knows? Your 1986 Lincoln penny might just change your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips. Until next time, happy hunting!